Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It is 11:07 p.m. Saturday night, UK time. Heading towards the witching hour. And we are going to delve deep tonight. We are going to look into the looking glass. Just a quick update. I don't normally come out on a Saturday. Is anybody there? Hello, hello, hello. Hello there, Ginny Angel. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lorianne. Thank you to everybody who's saying happy birthday. But I promised I'd come on my birthday just to say hi and how yous all doing. How yous all doing? Oh, thank you everybody. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever yous all are around the world. This is your Psychic LG. And I don't normally come out on a Saturday night. It's my birthday, so I just thought I would come out just to say hi to everybody. I've been out all day and I've just come in. Not long been in, should I say. Thank you, everybody. I've had a lovely day. Oh, thank you, Desiree. It's your sister's birthday today as well, Blue Wool. Oh, that's nice. Say happy birthday from me. Hello there, Sammy. Gay boys are welcome in there, Sammy. How are you all doing? It's crazy at the moment, isn't it? How heavy is it? Can you hear us okay? So, Miria, am I pronouncing your name right? Myra's son is 34 today. Well, happy birthday to Myra's son. There's a lot of Scorpios in the house, isn't there? So, I'm going to give you a quick update, and I've got my baby crystal ball. I thought I'd use this tonight. I'm not going to stay on long, guys. I just thought I promised I'd come on and we'll do a little one tonight. I will be out tomorrow night on Twitch, so I'll leave the link in the description afterwards on YouTube if you just want to join. And sometimes I clip stuff and I put it out on YouTube as well. But it's a lovely community. Oh my goodness, Chrissy Hutchinson in YouTube. It's her mother's 99th birthday today. Happy birthday. Oh my goodness. That's amazing, Chrissy. Oh, tell her happy birthday. And to everybody from YouTube and Twitch. Isn't that amazing, guys? 99. So how are you all doing there? I know it's crazy times at the moment, isn't it? And it's now 11:11 p.m. UK time. And I just thought, you know what? We'll all come together. Yeah, we'll have a great Twitch tribe, don't we? Twitch tribe. Try saying that quick. Twitch tribe. And I just thought we'd come together and I'll do a quick will predictions. I'll see what's recapping what's going on, but I'll be doing a deep one tomorrow night. And so for the ones who can't make it, that's fine. I will be clipping stuff and I'll be back on through the week as well. You're due another looking glass again soon. And thank you to all new subscribers on Twitch and YouTube. So I've had a lovely day. Thank you. I've been out with my son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter. We went out for a lovely pub lunch. It was lovely. The Duke of Wellington in a lovely little country village. And then I went to a farm shop, actually. It was really interesting. I got some nice stuff. And then I went to a country riding shop where my little granddaughter wanted to go because she's into horses. And I ended up getting myself this amazing with the help of my son and daughter-in-law, of course, for part of my Christmas present, which I'm really grateful for, a lovely sort of tweed riding jacket. So I would have put it on, guys, but it's so blinking hot in here. It's like Barbados. I've got the heating blasting because it's cold outside. So I've got myself a lovely jacket, and then I got some lovely perfume off my mother. And of course, I'm going to show you something what my little granddaughter made. She's just adorable. Now, 2 minutes. Because I've got everything but the kitchen sink in this handbag. Where is it? Oh my goodness me, where is it? So she made her own little card, and then she wrapped it really tightly in this paper. And she says, Grandma, she says, this is special. Look what she made us with her little hands. Look at that. Isn't that so sweet? And she put all the little things on the bottle. She collects bottles. She says they're spell jars. She says it's a little baby spell jar for us. Isn't that gorgeous? She's so talented. She's so arty. So she's put them on, you know, glued them all on herself. It's so sweet. And I've got a lovely little card on the mantelpiece. Grandchildren are such a blessing. They really, really are. She just makes my heart sing, guys. And I know there's many of you in the audience tonight who have grandchildren. Oh, she's so talented. So yeah, something I'll cherish forever. Oh, thank you, Pixie. Yes, that is so funny, guys. It's so true as well. So, Owen Pham, my grandson is sick right now. Well, we're going to do some healing. We'll wait for people to come in. And it's the cutest thing, everything, isn't it? A little spell jar. So, for people who are needing healing, or you're worried about anybody, any persons, animals, any situation, you can write the name in the comments section and you will receive healing. It's timeless. Okay? It's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church. I normally do this once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times. Well, I do it 3 times on an extra time on Twitch on a Sunday. Good evening up the road, Teen Bash in Scotland. Cal Mela in Twitch. When will I become a grandmother? I believe very soon, Camilla. Very soon. Very, very soon. 2024, my guides are giving us. And thank you to big thank you to all the moderators on Twitch and YouTube. Good evening, Jane. How are you doing? Is it cold there in Sweden? Oh, that's so awful. Pam Willis. No, it was something about a cat as well. Somebody had lost their cat. Okay, let's get my coffee and let's get started. She's got loads of them, Mary. She does a load of spell jars. She makes little bottles and she collects them all. I normally save them for her. Eileen Seats. Hello there, Eileen. It's been a long time. Louise, is my art new website going to take off and reach the world the way I want? I have not spoken with you for years. I know it's been ages, Eileen. Yes, I do. And Eileen, your art is amazing. Eileen's amazing, talented artist. I'm getting March or May, so I don't know when you're thinking of launching this, or maybe it's going to take off by then. I'd have to have a proper private conversation with you. Nice cup of coffee. I'll see what comes through with the crypto. Right, have I got one of them jingle balls down there? It's the cats. Wait a minute, 2 minutes. We've got 2 tonight. It's my little Chinese balls that I shake to invoke the angels in. So sit back and relax, and we're going to look into the looking glass. Eileen, you can, if you look into all my videos on YouTube, you'll see in the link in the description, and I will put it in this one afterwards later on. You see the links to how you can get in contact with us, excuse me, either through Facebook or email us. I'm sure you're on my Facebook, Eileen. I'm sure you are. You're not on Messenger, you used to be. But you can just email us. Hiya, David. Hiya there, Mickey Monkey. Thank you. Right, so let's start. So come into the Spiritless Church. Welcome to the Circle of Light. Let's begin. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I, and Ra, to come forth to give us true answers tonight. Any star beings, any angels from the angel realm, fairy elementals, star beings, either telecommunicating or from the spirit world, anybody from the spirit world, anybody from the animal kingdom, to give us true answers tonight. May this circle of light begin with love and light, love and light, love and light. So be it. Amen. Okay. So don't forget, if you need healing, you can write the name either in the stream or afterwards and you will receive healing. It's because the stream doesn't always stay up with live, so afterwards, if you really need the healing, you can always write it in afterwards. It does on Twitch, but not on YouTube. Okie dokie, let's start. I'm going to put this back in my handbag because when the kitty cats come in, they'll remove it, you see, because Zizi, my little black cat, she likes anything glitzy and she pinches it. Oh, thank you, Owen. Just a nice, pleasant day. I've actually done some clients earlier on. You know me, I'm workaholic. So I've been out and we've had a lovely day. I've been with family and then come in and I've had nice food and that. So it's been a nice, pleasant day. So anybody who needs healing, that will receive the healing. Oh yeah, totally agree, Valiant. Save the dolphins and the whales. Been working a lot with dolphins and whales recently. They've been coming through on people's healing sessions. If you just email us, Marion, I'll sort it all out for you. Okie dokie. So let's begin. I think it's just if you're with the right special people, isn't it? It doesn't really matter. It's not about money or anything. I think it's just about being with that special person. Or people. Right, let's see what's going on with her. What is that stuck on there? We'll just clear that. Oh, thank you. I'm getting loads of lovely compliments tonight. So yeah, another year older, eh? I think it's when you get to a certain age, you just start to think, okay, well, we'll just forget what age we are. We'll just go with it that it's my birthday. Okay. Let's see what's going on in these crazy, crazy times, because everything's just hyping up around the world, isn't it? Hyping up. It's like we're watching the dark players play out in the movie script, and it's just becoming so obvious now. We're starting to realise what it's all about. Especially in the UK. I mean, good God, it's just crazy at the moment. I talked about this in my last World Prediction, where we had Suella Braverman had left Parliament because she got sacked by Rishi Sunak, our Prime Minister, and then he manoeuvred in David Cameron. And it's all part of the plan, guys. This is what I feel. It's all part of the plan. And I've been thinking about this, everything to do with all the borders and that, and everything what's happening around the world, all the problems with the borders. And everything what's happening in the Middle East, in Israel, it's biblical, isn't it, Valiant? But I think that, I've talked about this before, when you get the good players, the bad players, as you go up that ladder and what's going on right at the top. It's like, I feel the bad players want this to happen. They've orchestrated this. They've wanted this to happen. I've been saying this for a long time. So then they can cause amnesty on the streets. So then they can manoeuvre in the next agenda of... How do I say this? Because I'm streaming on live on YouTube. And you know what YouTube's like. New global... ORDE, all right? Okay? It's about control. That's what it's about. And they've been announcing everything to do with this digital as well. It's all about corporations, yeah, Jane? So the digital is, if anybody doesn't know what I'm going on about, it's about the digital ID for manoeuvring people from country to country without having a passport. And I predicted this a few years back, didn't I? I was going on about that. So I think that what they're trying to do is it's a case of, everything is fine if you're not upsetting them, but if not, you put on the naughty step and you can't bank here or do this or do that, and that's where it's going. That's where it's going at the moment. But yes, everything is going on in the Middle East. We know this, but also. I've said this, for a long time, that two wrongs don't make a right. So it's as if that, and there's a big question mark there to do with Benjamin Netanyahu. Am I pronouncing that right? Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel. I'm getting a big question mark to do with him. I'm not so sure if he is who he says he is. Do you know what I mean? Because why they're supposed to be very secure there. Why did it take so long for the police to come, for the military to come when these people were getting attacked at the kibbutz? It's all very been cleverly planned. Netanyahu, you know who I mean. So I just feel it's as if that I want to say, guys, inside job. They've wanted this to happen. Now, I'm not saying that Hamas is innocent, because they're not innocent, okay? But I said this a little while ago, that I believe that Benjamin Netanyahu is as bad as Hamas. Right, okay? And it's like he's part of the club. Like David Cameron, like Rishi Sunak, like them all, okay? And I believe that it's all hitting a peak. And there's something about to kick off here. Watch for trouble in Europe. Watch for trouble, and also trouble, or I know there's a lot of protests going on at the moment, but I want to say that there's trouble brewing on the streets of London. But the police are losing total control at the moment. It's not good at the moment, but I think it's as if that it's what they want. So then they can cause some sort of, they can say that there's an emergency, and then it's a case of, would it be another lockdown, or would it be like sort of martial law? They're wanting this to happen. They're wanting this to happen. It's all about money, power, and control. That's what it's about. And is it recently, I mean, don't quote me, that Biden's just gone and granted another so many millions or billions to Iran? I mean, if anybody knows any different, you can comment on the link below. But it's just all very dark at the moment, isn't it? So there's a lot of three-letter corporations connected here, yes. And then you've got all the trouble going on with Iceland, and I did channel that, didn't I? I did that in my last stream. I talked about the volcano of Iceland, and I went, oh, was it Sunday night? I can't remember. It might have been Sunday night. But I went in and I channeled what was actually happening. I did some remote viewing, and I felt it's as if that it wasn't natural what was happening over there. It's not natural. So it's like a plan that they've all got together, and I do believe that we've been ascending for a very long time. Some of us are very ascended, and we are ascending. And everything nasty what's going on, it's lowering where energy feels by all this horrible stuff that's happening. It's like we're in the eye of the storm here. There's more volcanoes to kick off here. Remember, I'm a scryer, so I can't ask the crystal ball questions. I'm waiting for it to haze over here. So, but there's trouble ahead. There may be trouble ahead. I'm not going to start leaping about like that Angela Rippon. Remember who? Was it on the Morecambe and Wise show? There may be trouble ahead. I'll not do that. I'm showing my age now, aren't I? But there's something going on here. And I'm getting Poland, Germany. Something about to kick off in Germany. And Russia. Okay. They are building this new bridge of economy. This is part of the plan. So it's not all bad. I'm not saying a bridge of economy is bad. But I did say when we would come out of Brexit that they would build another bridge. Economy bridge, okay? And it's going to be on a global situation. But I just say that, God, do you know what it is? I'm saying the Tory party completely falling apart in the UK. And don't forget, you know, the British people didn't vote him in. It was all done within the Tory party. A bit like everything, really, isn't it? It's like sort of selected, not elected, really. Isn't it? It's a bit like everywhere. It's all the same thing. No, I didn't, Sarah Adams. Did you see Gina's UFO in Iceland volcano? I'll have to check it out. Is that on our channel? But have you not noticed we're all starting to join together? And I even do feel that they want this divide between Israel and Palestine. I think they want this, okay? So it's about not feeding into that snake, not feeding into the drama of it all, you know? Because that's how people then, if they've got an issue with either side, can become either anti-Semitic or they can become anti-Muslim or whatever. And that's what the darker side wants. They want that. They want that. It's the beast system, exactly. So the media plays a big part of this as well. So we'll have to all come together. Because I do feel we will all be okay. I really do. I'm getting the words God's children, and it's not just about Israel, because Israel's not just in Israel, right? Because it's the story of Israel with Jesus of Nazareth, who was a Jew. But that's the basis of where he came from. Jesus of Nazareth, Bethlehem. Always a place I've wanted to go to. Maybe it's not at the minute, but I would like to go there at some point. And I want to say that we're all have a bit of something inward. And I think that it's not about DNA. It's about spirit. Remember, we're spirit beings in a meat suit. So we all have a bit of Israel in us. Christ consciousness. We all have a bit of Jerusalem in us. And that includes the people in Palestine as well. So when he's saying about, when I'm getting God's children, God will protect his children, it's not just about the people who are labelled as Israel. I'm talking about, you could have somebody who's labelled as a Christian and they could be really, really bad. They could be an axe murderer. That's surface. I'm on about inside here. It's about inside. Does that make sense? And that's where we're at the minute. We are all God's children, exactly. So your DNA is a reflection of your soul's journey. It's separate. Your DNA, you've got your codings within your DNA, which, is part of your karmic past, but your soul could be completely different. It's the soul's journey that we're on. It's not a DNA journey. The DNA is triggering we, and we've come back to heal our karmic roots and our ancestral roots. But it's not just about our own families. It's about we're all coming together. Holding the light, exactly. We are all the 12 tribes of Israel. That is so true, what Chrissy's put there, Hutchinson. Soul origins, in DNA. So I just get very, very strongly that everything's labelled on this planet, and there's a new wave of consciousness coming in from all of this. There's going to be a rise on a new way of thinking through all of this. Everybody coming together. It's going to be talked about in podcasts. Moving forward. All coming together. Every nation. And not feeding into what they want. They want this divide. Right, so let me get a cup of coffee here. The reason I'm saying this is because I feel we're going to be bombarded with a lot of events to come. A lot of events to come. Okay, I'm seeing explosions. So, and I talked about this the other night as well, where you've got groups of terrorist organisations, which I did predict was coming. I've said this for the last year or so. Last couple of years, I believe I've been saying it, that I've seen terrorism all over world screens and that. But I was talking about this the other night, that where you've got large groups or even protests, how all of a sudden people can go crazy, right? And I believe that there is a frequency or a targeting energy, weaponry, what's out there that we do not know or we do not understand. So we're up against quite a lot. It's when Jesus was on this planet, it was he was walking amongst a lot of enemies, as you know, like the Roman Empire and all of that. But we're in a different place here now, because we've also got the weaponry as well, which we do not know. So it is very creepy. It's a bit like Stranger Things where we're at the minute. There's a world what's been held back, and everything's about greed, guys. Everything's about greed. But what I'm saying to you is the dark players are still at play, and they want in a war-like situation. This is what they want. They want this to happen. So then they can ruin the economy so they can manoeuvre in and have the new order. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm getting very strongly, it takes we as the people to fight back. And there's still good guys here as well. It is a holy war that we're in at the minute. But you need to protect yourself. All right. And I was talking about wearing Shug Knight. I talked about this in my last podcast as well. Plus there's a rise here because we are starting to ascend. A lot of you are going to start seeing different beings which are walking amongst us. And I'm not meaning that, well, I am actually. It's very Star Wars what's out there. But they are walking amongst us. And a lot of these ones who are causing havoc on this planet is the reptilian race. So some of you might start seeing these beings, but not to panic about it. Never go into anything in fear. It doesn't mean that you might see them as a full-blown lizard. You might just know they're different. I mean, is there anybody in this audience tonight where you feel that person's not human? Or it doesn't matter about exactly as well what they look like, it's what they make you feel like. It's what they make you feel like. Yeah, like I said, you could have somebody who looks like a scary lizard and they could be okay, not bad, right? Because not all lizards are bad. And then you could have somebody, there's different groups of these lizards, by the way. And then you've got somebody who could look beautiful, like a Palladian, that could be purely evil. Don't be fooled by the book, the cover of the book, right? So this is why we have to use our instincts. It's very, very important, okay? It's very, very important. But there's a lot of contact coming in for people. And it's there if you want it, but remember the universe is within. So meditate. I'm going to be doing streams on this and videos on this. But then you've got different types of lizards, all right? So there is the plant eater ones, which have been here before us. And I do believe they live on inner earth. They live underground. Okay. And then you've got the ones who are the shapeshifters. A lot of them are in governments and stuff like that, as you know. In authority sort of. But some of them are just coming in out of this invisible eye. David Icke's talked about this, where they're controlling. They might have like a split soul, but they're coming in and out of people. I've actually seen people shapeshift into them. And I'm not just talking about what we've watched on YouTube. I've physically been that close to people. This right, so Valiant Thor says here, Valiant Thor, why am I calling you Valiant Thor? Valiant Gordon. There's 5 types of lizards. Plus some are mixed with extremely high race. So there's a lot of different star races out there. It's very complex. You know, like in this community, they talk about the Pleiadians, the Octarians, the Reptilians, the Lyrians. But there's many more, and some of them are very hard to pronounce. There's many more different types of humanoids and star races out there. I don't really like saying aliens, star races. So it's all about that. And as you know, I do channel some of these beings. And people keep saying, Louise, when are you going to start channeling them again? And I will do. It's just that it became quite toxic for a while, you know, and there was a lot of misinformation what was being thrown out there about what's going on within the federations and that. And I just sort of concentrated a little bit more on the world predictions, and sometimes they do come in. But I'm going to start doing it into the new year more so, because I think it's an important part of ascension. I'm getting Hebrew in here, and I don't know what it means. Big changes to Hamas is coming in. Big changes to the House of Commons. House of Chambers. Don't know what that means. Got to be like a detective to work all this out. And big changes coming in with different. It's got something to do with Arabs. Something to do with Arabs. Could be royal family connections. Big shocks to come in. I'm getting the letter A. I very rarely get this, you know, guys. And as you know, I do global predictions here. And I'm getting Dubai, Middle East. And there is something crazy to happen there to do with weather. It's coming in and it's going to be a mass worry there. And I'm getting sort of the sky going really black or red. So I don't know what that is, but it's going to be on the television and they're going to be talking about it. And it could be that it's being spotted around certain parts of the world. There's a lot of godly stuff happening, you know, a lot of strange stuff, you know, where you get like fish falling out the sky and hailstones like blinking bricks, which are flying from the sky, from the air. I'm getting situations like that, but there is some worry to do with over the Dubai area, and it's got something to do with water, so possibly watch for that. It's flooding now, is it, Eileen? See, there's a lot. Some of this stuff's natural, what's happening, some of it's not. But a lot of it is Mother Gaia getting very angry, because she is a conscious being as well. And there is another volcano to erupt. Let's see what's going on with the Iceland. I'm getting something about an earthquake, but I don't know if it's coming in from an opposite direction, like referred, or it's an earthquake to take place somewhere else in the world. But there's a fault erupting. It's ready to rumble and erupt. Right? But there is something coming in from outside. It's not coming in from inside. It's coming in from outside in. Like, to cause this. It's not natural. It's not coming from the inside. Okay. Getting that flag again. Keep getting white and red. It's coming through very, very strong. I'm actually seeing the England flag, the white flag with the red cross. England flag. And then I'm seeing a white flag with red stars on, or red star. A lot of countries are going to change. And there's some countries which are going to join together. This is part of that plan, guys. You need to watch for this. Mass trouble with migration. So they're doing this. They're not going to stop it. Are you listening to what I'm saying? They're not going to stop this migration because they want this to happen. They want this to happen. Plus, I think they're getting paid for a lot of these people coming over, you know. But they're not checking them. They want amnesty on the streets. They want this angst so that they can use it to control we. It's all about slavery. There's going to be some big news coming in with Antarctica. But even though I'm seeing all of this 3D stuff, what's happening, there's a bigger thing happening behind the scenes. There's extraterrestrial. I'm getting extraterrestrial energy here. A lot of sightings to come. What's bouncing out of this crystal ball tonight is the moon and Mars. The moon and Mars. So maybe there's big stuff to come out about that, or intel to come out about that. Right, lava. I am seeing lava in Iceland. Eruptions. But that doesn't mean it's the whole of Iceland. Does that make sense? But obviously that area, I know they've had to move them out, haven't they? But it's something to do, there's something else, and I can't put my finger on what it is, because I'm getting it's like a referred backfire coming in from somewhere else as well. It's coming in from outside, but it's also, there is something, it's triggering something underground to do with like a big earthquake. I'm going to give you some numbers here. I'm getting the 25th, the 26th, the 28th, the 9th. 25th, 26th, 28th, and the 9th. The 19th, the 10th, and the 11th. Them dates will be significant to do with announcements coming in from government. We must say no. We must say no. Well, we don't have to say no. It's advised to say no. It's going to happen anyway. How do I put this? So this digital ID is going to happen anyway. But at the minute, there's an agenda behind it to control. EU, all of that type of thing. But that's going. There's change coming. Big things to be exposed. It's going to get worse before it gets better. The tyrants, they're about to hit a peak. Do you know what I mean? But it's not mandatory. They're trying to force this. I know there was protests in Greece about it a little while ago, and they don't put this out on the news, by the way. They don't. But once it all gets sorted out and cleaned up, then there's a choice. Which there should be a choice. But I want to say do not comply. That's what I want to say. I'm just here to guide you and to show you what's going on at the moment. But it is very, very heavy. There's something to come out about Brexit, what's going to cause a scandal within the Tory party, so watch for that. In signatures on paper, is going to free Trump. Let me get a coffee. Signatures on paper with an evidential situation is going to free Trump from a situation. Michelle, do you see them dropping the digital IDs after the protests? Oh yeah, but it's going to go beyond the protests. It's going to go beyond the protests. Sometimes you just have to let them go as far as they can to expose themselves. I've always said they'll shoot themselves in the foot. That's what's going to happen. They're going to end up shooting themselves in the foot. It's all going to spin around. But yeah, we need to take care. And we've got Christmas coming up, shopping coming up, holidays coming up. So I want to say be extra careful and vigilant around shopping trips, protests, that type of thing, large gatherings. We just need to stay vigilant and don't live in fear, because that's what they want. But at the same time, stay vigilant, you know. Watch how people react when they're out and about. You can normally tell if somebody's being fishy or not. Airports is another thing what's coming out here. Terminals, airports, tube stations. But yes, we have to take responsibility. And I do believe that some people are easily triggered with the technology. Does that make sense? Some people are easily triggered if they've got holes in the aura, or they've gone into some sort of cult, or they've lost the plot. You know what I mean? There's people, the brain's a funny thing. The brain is a very funny thing. So if you're not well protected, it's like well body, well mind, well soul. This is how these frequencies can come in at people. Hello there, Debbie. So we haven't got to feed into the fear, but we've got to stay vigilant. And this is why I've been saying to you for a while, we have to keep grounded. You can still ascend. I feel sounds so snuffly, don't I? You can still ascend, but you can have to keep grounded. So it's like we're like that sort of super soldier, you know, we have to like be aware of what's going on. So we are the Fred and Wilma Flintstones. We are the kids of bedrock, basically. Or should I say we've been kept in bedrock. And we just need to keep grounded, because it's all about height and flight at the minute. But at the same time, try and find time to be around nature, or try to find time to do your meditation. And if things get too much, just pull away and just, you know, because remember, everything's frequency and everything's energy. But yeah, this is the message that I'm getting for everybody tonight, that we are all God's children. It's not about a label, be it either if we're Christian or we're Muslim or we're, Jewish. It's not about that. It's about we are all God's children. And this is school. Barefoot outside works as well, yeah. And it's not just about even the religions. You might not even be religious, but it's what you have come here to do, and everybody is on their own personal mission. This is what I don't like about religion. Well, what I don't like about religion, the way it's been written, is how they've put people into rules. You know, like you can't be a Christian if you're gay, or you can't be a Muslim if you're gay, or you can't be this, you can't be that, or it's a sin. It's all like, it's just, it's restricted. It's all restricted, all right? And it's about us respecting other people's religion if they want to take that path. But you can be whatever you want to be, basically. My philosophy is be what you want to be. Yeah, I'm somebody who's read all the holy books. Well, not back to back, but you know, I've studied them. But I've also done other things as well. Yeah, it's like I could if somebody said to me, "Well, you do as a money spell or you do as a healing spell," I could sit and do that for you. So, but I believe in Christ. So I wouldn't fit the category of being in like a strict religious church. I would be classed as heathen, right? But you got to understand, it's like we've come back as the rule breakers to break everything. We've come back to do it our way, because we are rewriting the new book. And that's what it's about. Doing it our way. And if somebody doesn't like it, it's like they just want to stay in their little world. That's fair enough. But it's about, nobody said it would be easy to break the rules. It's all about the control. Everything is causing control, and religion comes in on that, right? So you just believe what you want to believe. It's about us taking back our power. And it's very refreshing when you do that. It's extremely refreshing. Because then you're free. And the media and the corporations don't want you to be free. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. And I just think that there's a new rise of this way of people talking about this. Because fear stops from ascension, exactly. There will be problems with the food chain. and there will be power cuts, and I'm definitely seeing them in the UK. Funny enough, I got an email, because I go through my emails all the time. I get hundreds of emails, and it was from Northern Electric, which I'm with, saying you can ring on this number anytime over the holidays as well. It had, if there is a problem with power cuts. And I thought, oh, aye, here we go. Here's the start of it. It's like the know, maybe it's the know that we're going to have power cuts. It's like the gas rose in price, didn't it? And the fuel went up in price after the Ukraine carry on. And they blamed it on the Ukraine. And this is what they're going to do with this thing here. There's going to be problems. So we must stock up. It's not about doing it in fear or panic buying. Do it wisely. But just think that what you could, if you couldn't get to the shops for a couple of months, I think, sensible is 3 months, but some people are doing it more than that. Stocking up what you could feed your kids or your family. Just have things packed away in your larder, what doesn't go off, and then always check the sell-by date. Always check the sell-by date. It's very important. Okay. I feel it could be that there is something brewing in Europe. It definitely is. There's going to be a lot of protests to come. A lot of protests. But don't think for 1 minute, that Putin's good, because he's not. He's part of it. He's one of the heads. I'm just saying that now, because I know there's a lot of people in the truth community saying, oh no, like he's the good guy and all. No, he's bloody well not. He's part of it. This is a gold war that we're in at the minute. It's all about the gold and the money, because of what they were making on the borders and what they were doing in the black market underneath. Things what we're getting passed through is we are coming into this new earth. They're not going to be able to get away with all of this shenanigans on the borders, which is a good thing, because it's going to stop a lot of child trafficking and stuff like that. So it's sorting out, but it's so deep, guys. It's so damn deep. And then you're going into Africa, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff to come out there as well. But as this new trade takes place, Africa's going to be in the middle of it all. You know what I mean? I'm getting Trinidad. I don't know why I'm getting some big news coming in with Trinidad. But I mean, they've been putting up with a load of power cuts for a long, long time. Over in parts of Africa, like Nigeria and that, they can only have their electric on certain times of the day. They turn it off. The government's done this for a long, long time over there. It's very corrupt. So don't just think it was going on in the borders of Ukraine and Russia, There's been a lot of trafficking going on over there as well. It's a holy war that we're in. But I know part of Africa, and I don't know which one it was, they were chucked out of the Commonwealth. But there's a lot of rich soil over there. And they're going to be brought back in here, and there's going to be a lot of jobs created over there. Not just for the native people, but also for different people wanting to go there. So this new bridge of economy is going to bring in Africa is one of the main places. There's going to be a lot of grown foods and stuff to come from there. All right. But before that happens, everything's going to fall. And they'll use this new economy bridge but Australia is going to pave the way. Australia will pave the way. So it's not all nasty, but I think that they're going to use this digital ID because I'm not lying here, this is when I'm getting really strong, right? The bad players are still at it at the minute. At it. So, the question is this the mark of the beast? Could there be radical laws? Let me get some cards out. could there be radical laws to try to push this? Then we'll go back into the scrying. I'm going to have a look. When will the bad players be gone? I don't think it's as simple as that. I think it's getting the main bad players out, isn't it? Because it's not just going on in America or the UK, it's going on all over. The last ones to fall. Will this be the mark of the beast? Yes, it's the mark of the beast. What is the beast? The beast is them, sociopaths, who are trying to keep with it a certain number on this planet. Yeah. Control them with. It's the next test. It's the next test of humanity from the thing. This is the next test to come. I think they'll try and push that again into next year. But it's going to be a case of they're going to bring this digital ID thing in. It's definitely happening. Will they win? No. But I don't think it's going to stop the digital ID. That, because we're moving with the times, I think all of that will happen and it's not going to stop. But I think that how will we know if the good guys are in control or the bad guys are in control? Oh, we'll know, all right, because it's going to be all over world screens. That's we'll know. You've got to use your intuition. You've got to be sharp about this. I think that it's when they're not forcing it and they're giving you options, that is when you know that, you're onto a good thing. But they're going to, I think it's not black and white either, because there's going to be certain countries who are going to be more radical than others, or certain states. A bit like to do with it, the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's a case of the testing with, this is the next thing to come in. The next thing. Yeah, it's a bit worrying. So will this be, I'm going to ask, will this be over and done with by after the election of 2024, the US election? Possibly. I think it'll be certain places like Melbourne jazz, certain places in Australia. No, it's still going to be going on afterwards. It's not going to be all over and done with after the election. I get 2026 at the latest, before everything's more or less out in the open or we know where we stand. But when it comes to crazy events and that, I think that's running up before the election. These people that are organising this, they're connected, I believe, to do with the EU, aren't they? They're connected. It's going to hit a peak, and it's possibly 25 is going to be a crazy one with this. 25 is going to hit a peak, but I see them getting taken down, these different corporations, and it'll be court cases because of it. Because really they weren't elected. Do you know what I mean? But the moving forwards, I think the digital ID will not go. I think it'll be a case of it's more options if you want it or not. But at the moment, there's a dark agenda behind it, definitely. I didn't know about that. Mind Debbie Pops. Debbie Pops put on Twitch. I think the IDs will monitor things like food and stuff. I don't know how that's a good thing. I didn't know about that. Foods and stuff. I think it's a case that you just put in what you want to put in. But you could leave things blank if you were going to have to use it. See if it was... You're going to get some corporations saying, well, it's people who work abroad and that, well, you've got to use this or you're not coming in on it. And sadly, some people will be doing this. But I really feel it's like that for a while until it settles down. That's what I'm feeling. It's going to be like that. But they're pushing it and it's definitely going to come into play. I'm telling you that now. It's definitely going to come into play. But the ones who are pushing it, right, who ideated it, will go down. It does. It sounds like communism, doesn't it? But the people will fight back. People will fight back. And at the end of it all, there's a choice. But some countries or some towns or states will say that they have to do this, and there will be problems there. And like I said, this happened in Greece. And if you don't believe it, it's up there. You can check it out. They went on protests about this. We just have to stand our ground. And that's what I feel what's coming. So we've got the Three of Swords. It's taking back to the olden days, isn't it? Like fighting for our rights. It's a bit like Lord of the Rings where we are now. It's a bit like Lord of the Rings. We have to stay free. Exactly. Right. So in order to pull something in, if things got out of control with mass riots to do with protests, that type of thing. Oh yeah, Khan needs to get out. We know that. Could they bring in martial law? Let's ask if they could bring martial law in. I think it's raining outside again. Yeah, Greece has got a digital system. They don't tell you this, Debbie. They don't tell you this. I'm live, son, okay? Good. Right, what was it? Martial law. Will there be martial law, or could there be martial law if things get out of hand, as we as the people fight back against these governments? He says hi. Yes, but Germany, London, France. There will be kickoffs also in certain states in the US as well. Melbourne. Yeah, there will be. They will bring in soldiers if it gets out of hand. It'll be something what will go down in history. Do you know what I mean? There is a timeline of that. I don't know why I'm getting big kickoffs before March of next year, so it could be January, February. Hiya there, Johnny. So Owen says, I have digital ID. A lot of people do have it. But when it's been forced on you, that's what I'm saying. There's a dark agenda behind it. So I just think we just have to use your intuition and stand strong with this, okay? Would they tempted people with universal income if they sign up for the DI? Yes, there'll be temptations. So we're going, when the Fool card comes out, it means we're protected, okay? Oh my goodness me. I'm live, you know.
Right.
You all right? Don't shut the door because the kittens can come in. Keep the door open like that. Dear me, slip it out the sink like that. We've got the Fool card there. So that means we're protected. But there's definitely like something strange going on with time as well, which I was talking about the other night on Twitch as well. Timelines, the race to the finishing line. But I also think that they're messing on with time as well. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, yeah. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. A year from now, right? It's as if like this digital things that they're really vamping it up. A year from now, mark the calendar, right? It's now, well, it's just past the 18th of November, my birthday. And so a year from now will be the 18th of November 2024. Something has massively changed with the banks by then. Don't know if any of you want to clip this bit so you can come back in a year. And they've really pushed it with quite a lot of agendas. One of them is ID. It's something will be put into place, and we could have had a lot of riots by then. So there's a lot to happen within a year. A lot to happen. The World. We've got the World card there. It's that New Earth energy again, but it's a case of they're also wanting their New Earth energy, the control energy. And it's like ping pong at the moment. It's like ping pong. So who wins? There's the jester there. I'm concerned for within a month, okay? I'm concerned within a month of some event. I'm going to go get my crystal ball back out again in a minute. And these are real events that, you know, even we'll talk about this is a movie that we're in. They're real events, but I just think they're orchestrated real events. Does that make sense? So we'll go on a month there. Or it could be a week. It could also be a week, either 1 week or 1 month. So that's confirming it. It could be within a week. There's some big, huge news to come out there. They're going to really push it to try to block Trump here, to try to block him running. And I'm seeing, I don't know if this has just recently been announced, but there's been like what's going on in court at the moment. They're going to really try. But like I say, you just have to let it all play out. But this, like I said to you before, this is a prophecy I'm getting. There's going to be a signature, what's going to free him, or a situation linked with signatures. Four of Swords. They're definitely going to try and block him. There's a young man in the United States of America, and I've picked up this before. There's two of them. There's a one on the Republican side, and he looks quite fair. You know, like sort of like typical American boy next door look, that type of look. Fair hair, quite a bonny lad, fair hair, nice smile. So I don't know who he is. Then there's a guy on the left side. These are the younger generation coming into politics, by the way. And he's a young man, and he looks very sort of Italian looking. He reminds us of, remember, like la 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 bamba dee 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 dee. I get that sort of energy. And these are upcoming politicians for the future, and I get a really good energy for both of them. Remember the young kids, they're coming into all these different corporations. They're not going to stand for all this shit. They're not going to stand for it. They're going to put all these oldies in their place. And a lot of them are the violet indigo children. And that, they're for truth. They're not for being pushed about. So there's a lot of change to happen in the US. But they are going to try and block Trump from running. And there's going to be an uproar on it. But I still feel it's going to backfire. Remember, it's all the same penny, just two different sides, I just think that new ideas are coming in within politics. But there's also going to be a big change to take place within the United States of America to do with politics. Where there could, I don't know if there's a third party being brought in or something different. It's maybe new rules they're giving us, new rules. Or a divide. I sort of see America and she's got a line down the middle and it might have something to do with Republic and something else. There's some big change to come in. Mark my words, there's some big change. But there will be happiness to come again when they sort everything out and get rid of the idiots, basically, the lunatics. But the younger generation will pave the way for the future, definitely. Definitely. Let's get back to the scrying. Oh, Johnny, I had to bribe the black kitty to keep him around. He gets dried kitty food, but I put it in a little canned chicken. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, do they like canned chicken? Because I've given them roast chicken just dry and they turned their nose up at us. I don't know if it was because it was too dry. Maybe this canned chicken might be a bit more moist, mightn't it? Right, let's get back into this scrying. Not all the younger generation are brainwashed, There's a mass awakening. Don't forget, the awakening's happening for the younger generation as well. And where they have been brainwashed, they're becoming unbrainwashed, should I say. I think we have to keep a hold of our faith. We have to keep a hold of the goodness, because remember, spells are created from thought and in words, and I do believe very, very strongly that there's miracles to come, that there's change to come onto this planet. I really do believe that. I feel that every generation, you've got like the first phase, the second phase, the third phase of the Earth Volunteers. And the second phase are you've got the Violet Indigo children, and they're the truth seekers. They come in from Archangel Michael. It's not a case of brainwashing. It's about them coming into their own with new ideas. That's what it's about. And yeah, and everybody doesn't agree. Politics is a thing like religion. It's just not everybody agrees. You can never please everybody when it comes to politics. But there's great change coming. Mark my words, there's great change coming to the USA. Let me have a look. But there'll be changes in the states Some of the states are going to come together. There's going to be, like you've got Europe, they're planning on putting a lot of different countries together, aren't they? Where some of them don't have borders. That's already at the minute. But you've got a lot more changes to come in the United States as well. A two-tiered system. Or it's still the United States, but it looks like it's sliced down the middle. I don't know what that means. It's something big. It definitely needs to speed up, Teddy. Okay. What else do we see? Canada. Problems with grain. Now, I don't know much on where Canada gets their grain from. Do they grow their own grain? Like wheat and barley fields like we do over here in the UK? I don't know what's going on here, but problems with grain or something and the food chain which could be affected. And power grids that could, right, so I'm also feeling we could have problems with power grids where we could have cyber attack or blackouts, that type of thing. So I know Canada can get, a lot of parts of Canada can get very cold in the winter. So try and prep just in case, guys, just in case. I see Trudeau going into something completely different and coming out of politics. I actually get the WAF with him. Or something else, like another corporation that he's going to go into. I'd be very surprised if he gets in the next time. If he does, he's not in for long. There's a switchover happening in Canada. But there will be protests that take place beforehand. Macron's going to come out and make some very big announcements, so watch for that. There's a big food chain to go down, or there's going to be shocks with the food chain. Watch for that to be on World News. Okay, I'm just seeing what I can see here. So, Putin's up to something. He's definitely up to something. He's still alive, by the way, guys. Explosion is going to hit another power plant or something. Getting a weird feeling with him, with Iran, and I can't put my finger on what it is tonight. But do you know, right, that there will be falling outs? And it's funny because I've got Russia, Iran and China. There will be falling outs. Like disagreements. 2 or 3 of the snakes' heads will come together and clash. Nobody's immune. Literally nobody's immune to this massive change. What's taken place. I get the word Doubting Thomas here, and there's so many Doubting Thomases because we've been so let down. That's why it's important that we do the inner work. The end result's a future world. You do realise this. You see, we're on the edge of a massive change, taking us into a future technology world, which was all held back from us. But they won't win on the control how they think they're going to. They will try it for a short time, but then there'll be an uprising. And it's not a case of Jesus returning as a man. It's the consciousness of we're all as a human race changing the planet. Does that make sense? Because Jesus is here now within we. Debbie Pop in Twitch. What will happen when AI hits our planet? It's already here, Debbie. Like I'm saying, it's already here, but we haven't known about it. It's the manoeuvring it in now. Very highly advanced artificial intelligence. I think we'll integrate with it. That's what I predict what's going to happen. My concern is if there's not a level put on it. Musk's talked about this. It could try and take over humanity. But there'll be a lot of people who will become the robots. But there's a rise in Christ consciousness, definitely. Because the chip hasn't come in. The chip's to come in next. The chip. So you've got transhumanism, what's going to take place. I'm telling you now, it's already here. You don't know who's walking down the street and who's walking past you. But that's what's going to come in. Because it's all happening behind the scenes, but we just don't know it. A bit like Men in Black, do you know what I mean? You've got like sort of agents running around who are possibly half machine, half God knows whatever. It's all happening. Just look at all the futuristic films and you can see it all. Do you know what I mean? But there is such a thing as no. And it's one of the most powerful things in the vocabulary for humanity. And it's okay to say no. So just remember that. You are in control no matter what I'm picking up or anybody else is picking up. You are in control. We are all in control. We just don't think we are. But obviously when we're living in this matrix system, you know, yes, they can get RC. Yes, they can try and cut you off this and cut you off that and shut your bank accounts down or whatever. But it will be okay. We're going to come through it. We really are. I'm going to pull some cards out on this explosions I'm seeing. We make our own reality, exactly. You've got Chat BT, haven't you, whatever it's called, and you've got other ones out there, but there's a lot more far advanced quantum stuff to come in onto this planet. And they'll be good, it won't all be bad. Like I say, it's not the technology what's the problem, it's who's been behind it with the control. Because that's the way they can control it. Martial law will try and come in certain bits. As above and below, I'm being given. As above and below. One of them is around a holy place. God forbid. Something to do with an explosion or a terrorist attack. I just feel like I need to put healing. It's near a corner. And I'm drawn to New York. Right? I'm seeing it as a vision. It's a psychic vision, what I'm seeing. And I'm very drawn to that the people have to be careful around the Jewish community over there. Is it the Italian community? It's all about religion and it's all about just triggering people. What better way, because we're tribal, is to trigger people. It's awful. And it'll be an inside job, I'm telling you that now. And if it is caught out that it is a terrorist as an actual terrorist, there'd be some sort of triggering going on here. It's happening. It's happening, guys. But what I'm being shown is terrorism. So it's a futuristic world that we're going into. But at the end of it all, don't ask me exactly what date that is, but at the end of it all, we're going to catch up to what they've held us back from. So what they do is every year they'll feed you a new iPhone, they'll feed you a new gadget to make the money, to keep you in the loop. Okay. Well, really, the advanced technology they have out there is bloody time traveling devices and everything. So the end of it is we're going to catch up to where we need to be. Because it is not what I'm seeing that we are in 2023. We're far more advanced beyond that. They've held us back, controlled us by numbers. We're not in, I'm going to say this again, question everything. We are not in 2023. Question everything. How deep, how woo do you want to go? You know? And all this advanced technology is going to come in, and a lot of it's going to help humanity. Help humanity to the fact that it's going to eliminate a lot of disease. You know, people have talked about med beds. I'm not saying it's exactly med beds, but it's as good as that, or if not more than that. I've always seen like little devices coming in, you know. A lot of operations to take place into the future won't be incision made. You know, you could be going into a highly advanced operating theatre, and they're just putting something over you like a beam therapy, and they're going through your skin and fixing you. The stuff what's out there, and the dentistry what's coming into the future. Oh my God. Zachar, the little being that I channel, he showed me it. There's no drilling involved or yanking of teeth. They can even grow new teeth, these beings, you know what I mean? They can grow new teeth. The advanced technology, grow new limbs. You know, it's going to help a lot of people who've lost limbs or lost eyesight. So there's a lot of good things to come here. So everything's going to be affected from the food chain to everything. It is a plan they have. But like I said, at the top of this ladder, you've got the good guys and the bad guys. Know this is happening. Know this is happening. But you can't eliminate, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not going to like beat around the bush here. You know, right? It's not a fairy tale. You can't eliminate all the evil off the planet. You literally can't. But we can get the balance back. But there's definitely, it's become apparent that there's a world control here trying to bog we down and control we. Give it a few years, this will pan out. And I'm telling you that now. Give it a few years, this will pan out. But it's going to get heavy, guys. It really is. Keep getting like Saddam Hussein's gold. It's all about the gold. I don't know, Teddy. I don't know. Zachar showed us that into the future, the dental operations and stuff are just amazing. You know, people aren't going to be like injected, or there's no jabs, there's none of that. It's all just artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is going to take over big pharma into the future. Mark my words. You know, I'm seeing it. And there's going to be a new wave, and there's going to be a lot of natural medicines going to come into play as well. So anybody who's wanting to get into homeopathic medicine or natural medicine, that's going to take a big thing on this planet too. It's a way forward. It's a good way if you want to start your own business off, something like that. There's going to be a mass rising on that as well. And it's going to be all about antibodies. When everything comes out, everything's about antibodies in different DNA. Because the medicine hasn't really worked well for we. because it's kept we're locked in a system. Because really, we are the hybrids. We are the hybrids. We've just been told we're humans. Yeah, we're labelled as humans, but we are the hybrids with different DNA. Kept when we're locked in a system so we can only live to a certain age. It is dark, but there is a light with it and a hope with it. And the galactics are connected with this. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. Ooh, I feel like someone stuck a feather right up my nose there. The galactics are connected with this massively. Yeah, you can't eliminate the old evil off the planet because this is school, unfortunately. This is where we come to learn. But it's hard for light workers and it's hard for us who are awakened trying to wonder what's going to happen. But we haven't just come back. We've also come back to heal our ancestral roots. That is so, so important. That's something else what we've come back to do as well. Something big's coming down within the week. Something big is definitely coming down within a week. Will we hit a World War III? We've got a jumper. That is so strange, the jumper. What's come out is my Galactic Federation card. Yeah, we'll be close at to it, yes. So, but this is interesting. These are very battered cards, by the way. If you ever come to like an old gypsy in the caravan, you know, they'll never have fancy cards, you know, because we like to get the feel. We like to get the energy on it. Do you know what I mean? I like to keep a hold of these. But we've got the Galactic Federation there. That looks a bit like the Nephilim, but it's actually the Lion Man. And it's about material, happiness. So there's a new banking system being brought in, a quantum energy, the source as well. They'll stop it. But I'm not saying that they'll not stop a bomb getting bombed somewhere. I don't mean that. But obliterating the whole planet, I do believe they'll stop it. I've seen the planet way on 3030, but it looks like we're still here. But there is something there to stop it, and it's good. That's like the Galactic Federation there. The source as well. When the Lovers card come out, it means that something big's coming out. Protection. And we are protected. These are very powerful cards, guys. Got the major arcana of the deck. It's all to do with fate. Remember, we make our own fate and we can change our fate. So we've got the Fool card. So with the Fool card, you know the story of the Fool card. It gets to the end of the tarot deck and the man's lost everything and he's the Fool. And the only thing from the Fool after that is the star, that they go up. We're doing this. The Lovers cards means that there's something big to come out. But that also reminds me a bit like Adam and Eve, where we are at now. There's the garden. But there's the peace dove. Look at the peace dove. We've been so lied to, guys. So lied to. Basically, there's a lot of history because to bring it all out to the surface, it's going to prove a lot. The history was lied, like how old the planet is and stuff like that. But there is a galactic feel to this. they're getting way used to the technology before they start manoeuvring in. But we've got a long way to go before we can accept this. And I'm not saying for the people in this audience tonight, I'm talking about the majority of people out there. Because you've got people who are easily triggered. Remember, you can't be triggered if you're all together. But you've got people who are being triggered who are wanting to kill people. Like what's happened in the Middle East. Because they're different. Because they've got their land, or they're different, or they worship somebody different to them. How can we ever accept another race of being to come here when we're all fighting over different religions? There's a rise. And the ones who are accepting that we are all the same will be the ones, I want to say, and I don't mean this in a literal way like it says in the scriptures, but we will be the ones who will have the rapture. The rapture is the new earth, not being sucked off the planet. We will be the ones who will reap the benefits in God's garden. Remember, there's a lot of hidden messages in the Bible. And you've just got to work it out. They won't fade away physically. We will create our new earth and they will stay in their lower vibration. And they'll sort of in a way fade out of our existence, yes. Because the more we raise our vibration on this planet, we're prepared for contact, for big changes to come. Do you know what I mean? There's too much hate in this world. But there is a rise. I know I keep chopping and changing here. Oh, come here. Baby girl, what's wrong? It's every time I get onto the Trump situation. I was going to say there's a rise within, there's going to be changes, big changes to come within the Republican Party. Come here, my darling. What's so wrong? There's a baby. There's a baby. Here she comes. Here she comes. Now, don't knock the feed off. They don't want to see your butty bum bum. Put your teeny down. There we go. Say hi. Say hi, Zizi. Oh, dear me. Where's your sister gone? Can you hear her purring? There's a mummy's baby girl. Big changes to come. Big changes in the Tory party. Big changes in the Republican Party. We'll get on to Biden in a minute. Shall we talk about Biden? Oh, she's turning her back. Come here. Come here. Whatever you do, don't knock the stream off, darling. All right? Oh, she looks like she's molten. Oh, mummy. Oh, yes. I keep getting it Sunday because I'm on here. She normally has a brush on a Saturday night. Mummy will brush it after this. Right, so we've got the lovers cards. Let's pull some cards out. I want to see what's coming in. The resident at the White House. That's just popped out. That's Kamala Harris. Do you know what I mean? That sounds like, I know, that sounds like a bloody witch, doesn't it? Anyway, that is Kamala Harris. I wonder if something's going to happen here. Let's have a look. I think there's a lot of distractions here, guys. There's something to, we're getting distracted. It's like, don't look over there, look over there. It's like it's happening all over the place. Russia, Middle East, Parliament, EU, France, economy, big shocks coming around Trump. They're going to block him. They're going to try and arrest him. And then everything's going to fall down, yeah. But there's something coming up about the economy next, if not before Christmas into the new year. Bombings. So the blue want him out. The blue want him out. He's too weak. But he's made some big mistakes. Big mistakes. So look at that. You've got, that's somebody else replacing him because he's like weeping, weak, manoeuvring him out. Mastery. Big changes to come in the Democratic Party. There will be announcements. Massively. 10 of Cups. I don't think nothing nasty's going to happen to him, you know, guys. I know they're trying to push for something to happen. It'll always get stopped. They'll just protect him and get him out. That's what's going to happen. Manoeuvring him out, and then maybe Kamala Harris is going to be in for a short time. That's what's going to happen. He's protected. But just... it's finding the right time. It's finding the right time to get him out. There might just be announcements. I don't say trials or anything like that. Round about the time there's going to be some big news to do with a dark-haired man politician in the US. I don't know if that's DeSantis or the other one. Of California, what's he called, the other one? But there's going to be big news to do with a politician. That could be DeSantis because it's red. There's so many different plans. Newsom, no, I think it's going to be DeSantis because it's red. Manoeuvring him out. You know, people get away with things here. They don't get away with things when they go over, when they meet their maker. That's interesting. It's just sudden. It's the same with Trump. Everything just happens suddenly. Suddenly. But that's a younger Democratic male. Possibly they're going to try and push forward. Could be Newsom. Unless it's somebody else. Now, that's not Trump, but it's somebody on the red side who's younger. Could be that Vivek guy, or it's somebody else. Somebody quite dark to the hair. Could be Vivek. But I'm unsure about him. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit unsure. Everything's blinded. Everything's blinded. It's all a show. It's all a show. As above and below, bigger things are happening behind the scenes. Vatican's going to bring me big news. And I'm jumping here, but they will trial Trump. They will trial him. Could be on television. Right at the end, there's a big twist. When the man stands in snow, he will know the truth. Does the speaker take over the vice president or just the presidency if something happens? I don't know how it works. Does anybody in the audience know how it works? Why is my chat gone frozen? The wise one. It's bigger than the politics, what's going on. It's bigger than the politics, that's what's going on. If Kamala becomes president, then she nominates a new vice president. Congress has to vote him in. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Jenny. How about Mike Johnson? I know I've never really looked into him, have we? I'll do that tomorrow night. I'm going to ask. It's all a distraction. Is Trump completely out of the picture here, or is he in on the future with politics? Oh, I know, it's so cold. It's that damp, isn't it? Rosanna, who's in Northern Ireland. Oh, I know. Our Sonic needs to go. I'll ask on that as well. He's an... Ugh. I've never despised somebody so much. I am quite worried about the UK at the minute, to be fair. But lifting out of it and trying not to put my emotions into it, I know that it's all going to come tumbling down. Okay. They really, really are going to try and string him up like a turkey, and stop him and block him. And 2 women will do it, and it could be judges. Three women. 3 queens. 3 queens from the east. Why would I say that? Or from the beast. 3 queens from the east or from the beast. Three of rods. It's a maneuver. It's a maneuver. It's part of a strategy. Something's going on behind the scenes. Something is going on behind the scenes. He still could be in the race. He still could be in the race. Yeah. There's different timelines, and there's also something what could happen to him as well. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But you've also got a woman who could also come into play. So there's different timelines. All right? But it's not ruling out that he's not out of the race yet. Oh, good God, Ian. He's not out of the race yet. So, let's see what's happening. Is there a chance a woman could get into power? Because we've been getting that for a while. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You've got the Empress card here. And there's the states there. So it's a big yes that there's a woman could come into power for the US. But there's trickery still at play. So maybe some things are fate and some things aren't fate. But what the cards are saying here is he's not out of the woods yet. Like I say, I'm just going to take you through week by week by week. There's no point in going full on week by week by week unless I got a definite vision. But he's not out of the woods yet. There'll be a big twist with this. Right, I'm going to pull some cards out and find out what's happening with our government. Like I say, it was just a quick one tonight, even though I've been on for nearly 2 hours. Karma. Oh my lordy. Rushy Sonic. Are you coming up here? She's trying to pull on me top because I've got like this top on, and just because it's glitzy. Come on up then, baby. Rushy Sonic is not going to be in for much longer. Whatever he does over the next couple of months is going to be his downfall for the next election. That's Rushy Sonic, the UK. There's karma to take place in the UK. And I see I see ructions on within the Tory party. Big changes to take place there. Did she just appear on my shoulder there? Where's your sister? Because she normally comes when I'm talking this. There's a black woman to stand in the White House, but I'm not so sure if it's Michelle Obama. I'm just answering what somebody's just put there in the chat there. There's another woman, and I can't think who she is. Debbie, don't do that. It's a good girl. Naughty no. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. I tell you what it is. There's actual scandals to come. I know you had the WhatsApp thing carry on, didn't you? The WhatsApp gate. Don't touch them flowers, baby. Don't touch them flowers. You had the WhatsApp gate thing. This is bigger to come with shocks coming to do with the Tory party. I'm going to ask about David Cameron. Don't touch them, baby. Oh, no. I might have to move them. They're not lilies. Baby, don't. No. Right, I'm just going to move these flowers, guys. These lovely flowers. Because I don't want to chew in there. Where can I put them? Right. naughty, no. Right, who was it I was going to do? Oh yeah, David Cameron. Oh, thank you. I got them off my daughter-in-law, my son. But I'm not sure, if they're only chrysanths. They're pretty. But I don't want her chewing them, I mean, I don't know much that if he could be Prime Minister again, I don't think he could. I don't think he could be Prime Minister. I've got a little cat there on my shoulder. What are you doing? It's like a zoo in here, guys. It's a show. It's a show, and they're expecting this, and they're expecting amnesty on the streets in the UK. And there will be restrictions to be put there. So there could be problems, casualties, army there, because it's too much for the police to cope with. And Cameron's been put, I don't know, I get like a really weird plan with all of this. There's Big Ben. So something is to happen in London. Sorry guys, she's gone and got the flowers. Hey, get off them, right? We'll put them outside, you're not getting them. I had to quickly open the back door there and put the flowers in the garden before she ran out to TC, because she's obsessed with a tomcat out there. Whew. Right. So we've got Big Ben there. There is something to kick off there, and they're up to something, and it's dark. It's dark. It's like a plan being put into place. It's a show. How can I put it? It's a show what's happening within the Tory party at the minute, and it was done as a plan. And I really think that there'll be restrictions, and the people will take an uprise in the United Kingdom. There's Big Ben there. Okay. A lot of darkness within the establishment in the UK. A lot of darkness, as you know. And I just want to send healing and blessings out and prayers out to all my British neighbours and Isles, the British Isles, because we could have a bit of a bad winter while they leave our borders very opened, which is part of their agenda, which could cause problems for the British people. And it's heavy on the taxpayer's pocket as well, what's happening as well, by the way. There also could be problems arising within the NHS as well, within the UK. So we need to watch for that as well. What's going to happen to Cameron? And then I'm going to call it a night, guys, because I've been on for 2 hours and I said it would be a short one. Don't chew the mic. Be a good girl. Be a good girl. Be a good girl, look. Right, you're getting trapped in the mic. You're getting trapped in the mic. Go and play with the ball there on the floor. Go on. Go on. See what's going to happen to Cameron. Well, you just like shared my birthday with us, haven't you? And it's been nice. Marching orders to come for him. After there's been amnesty on the streets. I don't know who it is, but somebody's going to take over all of this and push Cameron out. Push Cameron out. He's been placed in there for a reason. Maybe it's to make a good speech when things goes a bit tits up, basically. You know what I mean? It's going to get pretty nasty. But I just think we just need to prepare as Brits that things could get a little bit heavy. But it will be all right. You know what I mean? It will be okay. But yeah, what I want to say is to everybody in this audience tonight, and this is not just for the America, in the UK, anywhere around the world. We're living in quite dangerous times with borders, right? And because they're not checking them coming in, because it's part of the plan, there is going to be a situation where we just need to stay in control, but we also need to stay vigilant when we're doing our Christmas shopping or around the holiday season. Don't do that, baby. It's a good girl. So we just need to, I would say definitely run up to Christmas. Definitely run up to Christmas. But we get Black Friday, which is next Friday. I'm sure it is. Is that the last Friday in November? I don't know if you get Black Friday. It's like a shopping thing we have, like for sales and that. And I think I'm very drawn to that area around that time for big news. So next week's interesting, guys. But this has been done on purpose. Everything to do with the border thing. I mean, Rishi Sunak is being pushed and asked, you know, what you're going to do about it. And he's just like a broken record. He avoids the situation. Like, he doesn't even, they don't even answer the questions properly. But the border problems are being pushed on purpose. Okay? But it will backfire. Everything's going to backfire. We just need to stand strong. Middle East is coming out again, so I'm getting Dubai or something to do with Saudi. So watch for some big announcements coming in from maybe the Saudi prince or something like that. And I'm going to leave that one with you. So I hope that's helped. So I'll see you Twitchers tomorrow night on Twitch, and I'll be back on again through the week, YouTube. And I'm going to get her so you can see good night. Are you coming on? We just have to be strong, guys. And this week coming in is going to be a strange one, and just try to stay vigilant, but look after you. It's all about you. Everything's about you, right? Let them... What are you doing? We're just doing the splits. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Baby. We just need to look within ourselves and do the inner work. And don't get too triggered. But for the ones who are doing Christmas shopping or out and about within crowds, just be careful. That's what I want to say tonight. It's very important. and thank you for the birthday wishes. And may the force be with you all, guys. It's biblical times that we are living in, and we are the ones creating new earth, not the extraterrestrials, not the politicians. We are the ones creating new earth by doing the inner work and by looking at it from a different perspective. And it will sort out. But by God, there's about to be a storm. And stay strong. Alright? And just remember that the divide is being put there on purpose to make for worse. There's no right or wrong side. We are all individual and we are all God's children. And I'll leave that one with you. Take care, guys. God bless. And I'll see you all soon. I'm off to I think I'm going to have a little drink. I might have a little tipple. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Goodbye. Good night. Now, how do I get out here? Oh, yes. See you soon. Bye.